Here I'm sitting with Simon, a LEGO designer in Berlin. So good to see you, Simon.
Thank you.
Tell us what is special about this new LEGO Boost system.
So LEGO Boost is all about adding behaviours to your LEGO models. So it has a bigger brother, LEGO Mindstorms, which has a digital physical sort of experience already in it. And that starts at the age of 10. And with LEGO Boost we deliberately wanted to lower that age to 7. And then through the building and also the coding and the way that the kids navigate the app, we've focused on that younger age as part of the experience to make it easier for them to add behaviours to their models. And those behaviours are things like a combination of movement, sound, and light in some cases. So they can make their models come to life. So we have 5 different models in the one set, so it's 5 in 1. And each of the models cater to a different kind of play type with the kids. Bernie, you could argue that Bernie is probably the star of the box. He's the one that we focus on the most in the packaging and also in terms of the app and the experiences that kids can do. But then we also have some of the other models. We have 2 of the other ones here as well that we can show you. We have the Auto Builder, and this is actually a LEGO built 3D printer that builds these little robots. So you have this pallet with bricks that's laid out at the back here, and we have this plunging arm. So this pallet of bricks, so these are the 5 bricks for the little robot, they're laid out here, and then you have this arm that goes up and down, and this can then move along this belt, and it basically just picks the bricks up, moves them to the end here, puts them down, and then builds a stacked robot. So it's all about sort of being creative in another way. And then this other model, we call it the MTR4, Multi-Tool Group 4. And with this one it's all about driving it around and attaching different modules to the front here. So right now we have it set up as a forklift, so you can actually drive around, you can pick up a little mini Bernie, throw it into the back. But you could put a plough on here, so you can push your bricks around. You can add an attachment at the back here, which has a little shooter, so you can shoot things. So it's very, very modular and allows the kids to sort of customise it in different ways for different activities.
And one thing is missing here too, the guitar. This is very amazing for me as a musician, so you can rock in your room.
Yes. Yeah, we wanted to give the kids an opportunity to also be creative musically. So a lot of what Boost is about is not only about learning how they can build different models and then bring them to life, but then also use some of those models for a creative purpose, such as this. I mean, in the end, we want the kids to change the bricks that they put in the palette and then code it to build other little models. Yes. And with the guitar, we want them to assign different sounds to their guitar, so they can change it from being an electric guitar like you saw earlier, or a fart guitar. It has a special mode for the more immature kids. You can record your own sounds into it, and eventually we want to have the option where the kids can play a track that will be recorded by the app, and then they can play another track on top of that. So they make like a multi-track kind of song, if you like. And of course it won't be maybe industry standard, but it's a nice way for them to be creative and start to express themselves creatively through a different medium.
So there is a building instruction included for 5 Sculptors models. Yes. Is it possible to build even more? Will there be more updates and possibilities?
Yes. So in the product we have the 5 initial models, but then we also have an area of the product that we call the Creative Canvas. And in here we have, at the moment there are 3 bases. And a base is the start of a model. And one of the bases is a simple little driving base that drives around, and it has a steering on it so the kids can actually drive it around. But it's not finished, so it's half built. And then the idea is that the kids can use the other bricks from the Boost set, or if they have other bricks from home. So if they're into Nexonites, for example, they can change it into a Nexonites vehicle or a fire vehicle from the city or something like that. So it enables them to actually re-energise the bricks they made already. And then we give them the instructions to that point, they finish it off, and then we give them the coding blocks to bring it to life.
A friend of mine is LEGO Mindstorms fan. You build different things with it, and I think, oh, this is amazing. But is it possible to use both systems in a way, or is it totally different?
No, at the moment they're not compatible, and the primary reason is for this plug connector is a new connector.
Okay.
And it's both used for inputs and outputs. With Mindstorms, you have a different connector system. so it's not compatible. But of course, this going forward, this is our clock system going forward with products like this. So that's what we wanted to use for LEGO Boost.
Okay, so it's possible if there will be one day LEGO Mindstorms for any year that use the same system by then. It's this looks really cool. Which one is your favorite when you have to choose one?
That's a really good question. It probably in the end it still is Vernie. I do like Frankie as well, the cat. I don't know if you've seen, if you've been to the booth, you'll get a demo of Frankie. Frankie is very expressive. We use a lot of motors and especially all the sensors and technology, so that Frankie knows how you're picking up cat and orientating it in different ways. So there's a lot of expression and a lot of emotions with Frankie. With Vernie though, I think because he can move, and just to share an anecdote, obviously yesterday there was a lot of practice demos going around, and I was just driving him around the other booths, and he was sort of turning and looked as though he was listening and moving his head. So he's perfect for like pranking people, just like we did with Joanna, where he farted. That's always funny. So.
As an adult fan of LEGO, I'm allowed to play with Boost as well.
Of course.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know. So this is very interesting, and I'm looking forward to all this. And thank you so much for showing us this new, very interesting system. And what's his name again?
Vernie.
Goodbye, Vernie. Have a great evening. Yeah. Ciao. Thank you, Simon. And we have our own robot. It's smaller and it's called a minifigure. So if you like, you can take it to Poland.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for showing us the system. Simon.
Thank you.